Hi. Welcome along to the sixth and final episode of this series for the Adidas Rising Sun Pack Rugby specific boot reviews. I'm your one and only host, Eddie Rugby Obsessed Bloke Gardner, and today, we've made it. Today's the day where I'll be showing you two different pairs of rugby specific boots named the Kakari SG and the Kakari Elite SG, each in this fantastic new colorway of Aero Blue, Legend Ink, and Shock Cyan. Right now at RugbyObsessedBloke there is only one size left of the Kakari SG boots and 3 of the Kakari Elite SG boots, so if you want your pair then now is the time to make a purchase, or you'll miss out. These boots are as worn by much of the Type 5 of the Otago Under-19 team this year. What a fantastic season this has been for rugby boot reviewing, and I can't wait to introduce you all to the next set, which will hopefully be coming out in the lead up to the Rugby World Cup in Japan, which has since become one of my favorite holiday destinations since the day after I last left there in 2014, after returning from my first 10ZJPN Club Rugby tournament, where it was my second full year representing the Most Geel Southland Rugby Football Club. After I left that club, I have since moved on to play in the Otago teams that over the past 4 years have featured notably young men my own age or above. Apologies if I've been talking for far too much and too long, because that's not anyone's fault. It'd be mine. I love talking about the good old days of my rugby career from the past, but now it's time for me to get started, so in the meantime, sit tight, strap yourselves in and stay focused, because this review will be a cracker. I hope that you enjoy it. These rugby boots are a top-quality pair specifically built for literally the 3 strongest men both in the teams and on the field, the loose head props, the hookers, and the tight head props. They are a great choice of boot to that someone who is looking for a top-quality pair of rugby-specific boots at an affordable price. They are pretty much the same as the Kakari Elite SG boots and the Kakari X Kevlar SG boots, all of which are in similar colorways to this pair, and taken from the Rising Sun pack. They are more of a takedown version compared to the professional-looking editions but still would work just as good, despite a much lower cost. These boots are as worn by a certain few of the representatives playing as Type 5 forwards of the Otago Under-19 Razorbacks team for this year. So if you're after a top-quality pair of rugby-specific boots just like these then make sure that it's time to look no further than a pair of these Adidas Kakari SG rugby boots taken from the brand spanking new Rising Sun pack, which has a name inspired by the location of the Rugby World Cup for 2019, Japan, aka the land of the rising sun. In my own words I've found out that the Type 5 forwards from the Under-19 Otago team love these boots so much that they'll never, ever want to switch to wearing other pairs of rugby boots from other brands and of different kinds. Enforce yourself upon on the game when you lace up a pair of these Adidas Kakari SG rugby boots in Aero Blue, Legend Ink, and Shock Cyan. These Adidas rugby boots have been designed for rugby players at the heart of the action, breaking up play with crucial tackles and darting into key positions. Designed for scrummaging and forward play, the boots feature a TPU plate to help keep your foot stable during aggressive cuts. With a 4x2 stud formation featuring screw-in metal studs ensures you get plenty of grip whilst playing on natural soft ground pitches. These tools for the job come in an Aero Blue, Legend Ink and Shock Cyan design that will please the flashiest of players. These boots come as part of the Rising Sun pack inspired by the location for the Rugby World Cup 2019, Japan, the land of the rising sun. Japan was named so as it was the country seen to be the closest to the rise of the sun. The pack is designed for every player who is dreaming of playing at the RWC19, players who are ready to brighten up the game, excite, energize and bring new life to rugby. This pack allows the wearers to make the statement this is who we are, this is where we came from and this is where we're going. Soft Ground, SG, for soft muddy surfaces. Make sure you can be the one to change the game when you lace up these Adidas Kakari SG rugby boots. You can pick up a pair of these great rugby boots from lovelrugby.co.uk for the most amazing price of 38 New Zealand dollars and 51 cents. But be aware that there's only one size left of this type, 9.5, so if you want a pair of these, then get in quick, because they ain't going to last long. The Adidas Kakari Rising Sun pack range of rugby-specific boots. Fine-tuned for the forwards, speed, power, control and maximum scrum domination. Adidas Rugby. Proud sponsor of RugbyObsessedBloke.co.nz. This right here is the Elite SG version of the Kakari boots from the Rising Sun pack, and in this amazing new colorway of Aero Blue, Legend Ink, and Shock Cyan, which you can purchase from lovelrugby.co.uk for the most amazing price of 77 New Zealand dollars and 32 cents. But be aware that there are only 3 pairs of this type left in stock, 8, 9 and 9.5. This pair is pretty much the same as the one that we previously looked at, but just contains the added grip elements on the boot, but still there's super sturdy sole plate and 8-stud configuration for maximum grip on soft ground, just like the version that we previously looked at. This type of stud configuration ensures that the players can keep comfortable, even on soft, wet muddy ground surfaces, and gives you the grip to help keep you stable enough to play in atrocious weather conditions. Stay tuned as we'll be moving on to looking at the standings of each boot from the Adidas Rising Sun pack, so stick around and don't go anywhere, because the last part of the video and for the series for the Adidas Rising Sun pack reviews for rugby-specific boot reviews is going to be unmissable by 100%. Keep watching. Right now, we're into the standings of each boot from the Adidas Rising Sun pack. In first place, on a total of 4,620 points, and for the winning pair, we have the Predator Malice Control SG. In second place, on a total of 4,551 points, we have the Predator Flare SG. Next up, in third place, on a total of 4,233 points, we have the Malice SG. Next up, in fourth place, on a total of 3,855 points, we have the Kakari X Kevlar SG. Next up, in fifth place, on a total of 3,825 points, we have the Kakari Light SG. And lastly, for the losing pair, sadly, on a total of 3,800 points, we have the Kakari SG. Well, it is almost time for me to go. But before I do, here's some last few words. Finally, we have made it to the conclusion for what has been a thrilling finale of the series for the Adidas Rising Sun pack, named after the land of the rising sun, Japan, the host nations for the Rugby World Cup 2019. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have enjoyed this series as much as I have. It's always an honor for me to be the star of the show for these kinds of videos, so I would like to spread out some huge thanks to those who managed to watch the past series and take part in them, because your input is greatly appreciated. For more information on how to purchase a copy of the Adidas Rising Sun Pack Rugby Specific Boot Reviews DVD, head online to my website now at the one and only home of all my self-produced merchandise, www.RugbyObsessedBloke.co.nz. Keep in mind that you can also pick up pairs of these boots that we just looked at from there as well. Once again, thanks so much for watching this video and the whole series, and I'll see you next time as we move on to looking at 2 brand spanking new rugby-specific boot packs from Adidas, the Horizon Pack and the All Blacks Pack. The latter would most certainly have been crafted and blacked out partially for the All Blacks, except the exteriors of the studs must be orange. So, until then, you take care, stay safe for those traveling out on the road, and I'll see you soon.